be live. Welcome everyone to session 6 of Fight Them in the Mountains, the MYFAROG campaign using the coming rule set. So, to recap where we were last session, is we introduced our new character. It slipped my mind what his first name is.
William Summers.
William Summers. I remember the last name, but anyway. So we introduced our new character, Will, who is just kind of a hobo. I would put it. He would had for one reason or another crossed paths with the Soviets and ended up imprisoned in the Moundsville Penitentiary, which they had taken over and used as a POW camp. At the same time, our two recurring protagonists, one of which is not here today, or tonight rather, Fernando and Joseph, we're trying to plan how they're going to besiege the penitentiary. And it just so happens that the Dawn Patrol had come across a Soviet T-72 tank that they had brought back to the base. So, using this newly acquired piece of equipment, they drove it down the river, drove it back down to the penitentiary, and proceeded to blast the place open and just entice basically a prison riot. Unfortunately for Joseph, he was struck in the face and lost an eye and was put in a coma for several weeks. So after a separate wing of the ARM militia had besieged the southern half of the penitentiary, party returned back to their base to get Joseph the treatment that he needed. So we're going to do a little time jump. Okay. I don't know, my mic stopped working. So we're going to do a little time jump. About a month. I don't remember the exact. I can't remember off the top of my head the exact how many weeks he was going to be out. But 8 weeks. So that's like almost 2 months actually. So fast forward 2 months actually. And Joseph has been in the care of the medics and the very few doctors that are in alliance with the ARM group in their infirmary wing, and not too much has happened in those past 2 months. It's been kind of quiet, and William has effectively become a part of the militia, and from what meager equipment he has, he was issued a flak vest and just like a submachine gun normal. It's like say like an MP5. Because just kind of write that down. Just kind of as all you had at the time was whatever belongings you had and your revolver. Which you still have, but they figured you'd be more worthwhile to issue something more worthwhile. So it's just a quiet afternoon. It should be like late summer starting to go into fall. And right now, Mr. Will out is outside unloading a pickup truck of a man that the party helped out a little bit earlier, delivering a shipment of moonshine to the base. He is returned to deliver another supply of moonshine. You know, keep the morale up. I'm sure. I'm sure. Will is pretty happy about that.
Yeah, he's very happy about that. He's happily unloading the van.
Yeah.
Big smile on his face.
Yeah. It's just his old pickup truck is just packed as high as it reasonably can with wooden crates of mason jars full of these illicit alcoholic beverages. Though though it's not really that big of a deal, since law enforcement is not really a thing at the moment. So
I believe the only government presence we've seen all campaign has been one army base, and then of course that's one FBI raid.
yeah, it's not, they're not very prevalent. The U.S. government and the U.S. military does have a presence. They're just kind of they're more or less just not really. They do fight back against the Soviets, but it seems like they're more or less just there to keep order in a way. So as you are Will is helping some of the other militia members unload this truck. the commander Stephen walks up with Fernando, and he walks up to Will. He says, "Mr. Summers, your companion, Mr. Breckenridge, is we believe he's just about to come out of his coma. If you would like to come with us to the infirmary wing, so that he maybe if he's suffered any amnesia or anything, maybe his some of his closest companions would be help bring back any memories that may have been lost."
Definitely, yeah, sure.
Okay, so he takes you back. He takes you back to their little makeshift hospital infirmary area. There's a few beds set up, and what few medical equipment that they have is mostly piled around the bed that sits the wounded Joseph Breckenridge. He has an eye patch over his left eye that he had lost in the siege of the penitentiary. So let's see. So let's see. Probably is maybe within a couple minutes of William and Fernando and the commander coming in, up to the bed. After a long 2 months, Mr. Breckenridge's eyes, really they flutter open. There's been times where they flutter open, but he's just completely catatonic, non-responsive. But so after a long 2 months, what does Mr. Breckenridge do?
He wakes up and very, very slowly realizes he can't see out of one of his eyes, and then screams. Who's in the room?
Um, it's the commander, Stephen, Fernando, William, and some of the doctors and the like the medics in the infirmary area.
Once he's calmed down, Joseph looks around, notices everyone, and just sort of, sorry about that. Uh, I think I remember how this happened. We were in Gibraltar, right? No, wrong memory. Okay. I was in the tank and I got shot.
That is correct, and you were shot. I don't. This is honestly a miracle how you didn't die from the shot that you had taken. However, you have as you have found, you have discovered, we unfortunately could not save your left eye. So that's just something that you'll just have to learn to live with.
I suppose I will.
Now the commander just kind of quips up and he says, "Well, I'm glad to see that you are making you've finally come to, and whenever you're ready to return to duty, I'll have a word with you and your companions. The doctor has told me that you will be, even after you've regained your consciousness, they're gonna keep you here for a couple of days for some physical therapy, since you've been bedridden for the past 2 months, to get back some of your strength, and also to heal up any psychological wounds that may have surfaced as a result."
2 months. That is longer than I thought.
Yeah, well, you're still lucky to be alive, man. That was a close call.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord, says the commander. Fortunately, you haven't missed a whole lot. It's been very quiet, like ever since the liberation of the penitentiary there. All of the inmates there, those that had survived, fortunately, only had fortunately most of them had survived. I think we only had a very small handful of casualties that had perished in the in the siege. So we're very grateful for your valiant effort to rescue our men. We don't have any physical medals to award you, but we would certainly be rewarding you and Mr. Freitas here with a great honor for your heroic deeds.
The only honor I need is to serve alongside people like you guys.
That's definitely the attitude we like to hear around here. So, though things have been very quiet here, we suspect that the Soviets are planning some sort of retaliatory attack against us. We haven't determined or seen any movement from the Soviets, mostly from the AWP, but nothing really of value from them. So I've been discussing with some of the other higher ups, and we feel like the Soviets will probably be coming here to take you guys, as prisoners, for specifically you as prisoners, to make you guys pay for what you did for them. So once you are discharged from the infirmary, we are going to be relocating you, Mr. Freitas, and Mr. Summers here to another arm base a little further south into the mountains, for your safety. Any questions? Did you guys hear
Sounds
me?
good. Yeah, I can hear
good.
you.
I'm good,
Okay.
sir.
So, just continue to rest up, and the doctors will be in very shortly to begin your physical therapy and, and your psychological therapy if needed.
Sounds good.
Right. If there's no more questions, then you three are well, Mr. Summers and Mr. Freitas are dismissed. I'm afraid Mr. Breckenridge will be staying here for the foreseeable future, or at least for the next few days.
Yeah, and just as I'm leaving, I guess I'll go up to Joseph and be like, "Thanks, man. I appreciate everything you did, and don't take it too hard. That tank, the reverse, was just absolutely shot. Those guys had a hell of a time getting it out of there afterwards. So just rest up."
Thanks.
Yeah. So now that the commander, he turns on his heels and he walks out of the goes to walk out of the infirmary, but he bumps into another militia member that he's not really a new guy. He's been here for some time. His name is Patrick, and he always seems to be present during, like, when certain important discussions are taking place, or he always seems to be right there. So he bumps into him and he's just like, the commander just bumps into him. He's like, "Oh, Patrick, just sorry about that. Just make make your presence known, next time," and just continues walking on. Just after the little after they bump into each other, and Patrick just kind of pokes his head in and just scurries off after, in the same direction as the commander. And Fernando is going to kind of stay with Mr. Breckenridge and just kind of they're gonna talk, for a little bit since they've been in this together before they joined the militia, so just to comfort his friend a little bit. So now it's just you, William.
Perfect. I guess I'll start heading wherever I guess I could make myself the most useful. I'm not sure if there's anything going on towards where those officers were going, but
Okay, so excuse me. So you basically go back kind of the way that you came. The other members had finished unloading the truck, and Mr. Cletus Johnson, has left, and now you have a fresh supply of moonshine at your disposal.
perfect. William would probably have a little bit of it, just a little bit.
Roll a d20 to see how well you take it. Yeah. Add your Constitution modifier to it.
Okay. That's still an 8. Yeah.
Okay. The the first like the first sip you get of it, it's kind of hits you like a freight train. It's very strong stuff. So I know you you have the alcoholic flaw, so but this is probably like some of the most highest proof alcohol beverage that you've had in quite some time.
Exactly. Yeah.
So maybe like it'll be an acquired taste for you, but I'm sure you with your flaw that shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah. So I'd probably just be happily walking around camp, just making sure everything's in order.
Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, the day goes by pretty quickly, and you just kind of go about the rest of your day. You're probably maybe you go and take part in a few drills that they been like every so often they'll round up a group of men and take them out in one of their trucks and drive out into like a field, so they'll have like some live fire drills, I guess. You don't really it's always kind of like drawn at random, so it's always just like a different group every time. So as you're on the this truck, on the way out to the exercise, you overhear some of these men kind of talking about that officer named Patrick, and he's just like, and that Patrick guy, he's always bumping into like always bumping into the commanders. Like every time that like I have a conversation with him, with Commander Steven, he's always like right outside that door, and he always just like it's almost kind of funny that he just this commander just always just runs right into him. You would think that he would learn to look both ways. It's kind of like crossing the street. You'd think he would learn to look both ways before walking out of an open door. But either way is like I don't get it. It's like I see him doing other stuff, but he's always following. It always seems like he's like following the commander.
I'll just kind of listen into that conversation, just kind of nod along, but I'll just kind of tuck that information away. Won't make too much of it.
Okay, so you probably drive out maybe 15 minutes, and now you're taking, you get your weapons set up, to take part in on, like a little live fire exercise. It's just like your standard. It's just kind of like a makeshift gun range, like a makeshift outdoor gun range. They just have a variety of targets out there, whether it be like rusted out cars and some hay bales or anything that they can think of to make out like maybe a person. Like you see like a couple like scarecrow looking things. So, and I'm not gonna maybe bore you with the with going about this unless you really want to.
I'm good, to be honest. I don't want to bore Joseph. Joseph's character is probably still relaxing, but yeah, I'm good to just be shooting at hay bales and skids and old cars and
Yeah. So, surprisingly, actually,
Did you want me to make a roll?
make a roll to see, just kind of see how you do during the exercise.
Yeah.
Do you have a small arms? Are you trained in small arms?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
So I have a +2 on top of the roll. That was 12 altogether.
You do okay. You maybe you're maybe like the shot of the moonshine that you had. Maybe you just set you it got you just tipsy enough that it threw your aim off a little bit, but the other members didn't seem to notice, or maybe just turned a blind eye to it. So, but surprisingly, you do pretty well during your exercise, and you're brought back to the base, and it's just a pretty business as usual day, pretty uneventful day, and once the the duty is out, your shift is over, I guess would be the better term that I can think of. You turn in, for the night, and there isn't too much of a there obviously there is like a night watch for for the base, but it's usually pretty quiet during the night. Now for Mr. Breckenridge.
Yep.
you're kind of cooped up in the you're pretty cooped up in the infirmary still. You're probably let's see. Sorry.
It's all right.
Lubin just got back to me, so. Anyways. So, you're probably sleeping at the moment. So, roll a perception check for me. Oh, there he is.
Yes. Hello.
18.
Alright, so let's
Hey.
glad that you could make it. No worries that you're a little bit late. That's fine. So not too much has happened. We just had to get you up to speed with what happened. Is we did a little we did a 2-month time jump. It's now mid-September. It's still summer, but it's starting to cool off a little bit as fall kind of comes in, and it's just been kind of a pretty slow, very uneventful time in that time span. Mr. Joseph Breckenridge has come out of his coma, and they had to obviously they had to remove his eye that got destroyed in the siege, and he's just chilling out in the infirmary. They're gonna keep him there for a little bit to give him some physical therapy because he's been in a coma for 2 months, and some mental therapy. You've also you've received news from the commander, Stephen, that Fernando, Joseph, and Joseph, whenever he's been released from the infirmary, and William are going to be reassigned to a different arm base. As soon as Mr. Breckenridge has been released from the infirmary.
Yeah, we're like an elite squad.
They're doing it mostly for your safety, because they are worried that the Soviets will launch like a retaliatory attack against their base, specifically targeting you guys. So they're relocating you to a different base, for your safety.
Yeah, well, we kind of did mess their base up, so I guess this is kind of the retaliation everyone would expect.
Yes. So, as I said, where we were right now, Joseph is, probably, it's late at night, the base is kind of quieted down for the night, and right now, you're in a scene where Joseph's, sleeping in his bed in the infirmary, and I had him roll a perception check. What was the result of that?
17.
17? So, whether you're kind of like either sleeping, or maybe you're just kind of like, you have your eyes closed, you're trying to like go to sleep, but maybe it's just like sleep's just not coming. You think you hear some footsteps walking in and around the infirmary area, which isn't that odd considering there's other individuals in the infirmary that are being tended to by medics pretty much round the clock. So it's not unusual, that unusual, but then something else happens. You feel cold hard steel pressed against your throat.
I open my eyes, or my eye rather.
You see you see a you see a man with like a little bandana or a bandolier across his face. You know, holding like a K-bar knife to your throat, like he's about to cut it.
Joseph plays dead. Closes his eyes again.
He does. Wait, what?
Closes his eyes again. Plays dead.
he the guy just kind of like stands there, just confused for a second, before he just takes the not like the blade of the knife, but like the handle of the knife, and just kind of bashes it into your chest. This is like, I know this guy's fucking awake. Like, I saw him.
Can I roll like fortitude or something to not cry out in pain?
Yeah, sure.
That is like, okay, that's a 9.
I'm gonna say that's not quite enough. So, you and your sorry, your weakened state, maybe before your injury, you probably would have taken that a little better. And you're also not wearing any armor, so you just probably just have like a t-shirt on. So he just like takes that, like the handle of his knife, and just jams just bashes it into like right into the center of your rib cage. And
I guess cry out in pain.
and he's going to just he's going to what's your DVME?
Without armor, it'd be. Without armor, it would be 10.
10. Okay, so well, fortunately for you, he missed his roll. Basically, what he wanted to do is he was just gonna like, just like punch you like in the face, but he just maybe as you like kind of double over in pain, like he just kind of misjudges where like your like the side of your head is, and he just catches air.
Can I roll initiative then, I suppose?
Yeah.
Good stuff. That is a 5.
Okay. So this masked man rolled a 3, so you you start first.
I suppose I never asked if my stuff was in the room.
None of your firearms are in the room, but there are probably some some medical supplies that you could probably use as a weapon, in a pinch.
Can I, do I have any IVs sticking out of me?
You do not actually. So you're honestly just free to move about.
I guess I will. I think I can do what's called a tactical retreat in the game, which is when you're engaged in melee, you can move. So I guess I'm going to do that and try to run out of the room.
Okay. I think you have to roll for that. I think. I would probably have you roll like acrobatics or something like that. Just is
Acrobatics. That's a 9, or not even a 9 actually. Yeah, a 9.
I'm gonna say that is. I'm gonna say that's like a semi-success. So you do like stagger out of your bed, but you're a little unsteady on your feet because you haven't really been on your feet much. Like maybe like one of the medics kind of walks you around, like holding onto your arm as you try to get like some strength back into your legs, but just kind of willing yourself to like just move forward, but you're kind of stumbling a little bit, and so what, you're just trying to like get the attention of somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy now, as you're running away, he's gonna try and just stab you in the back, really. Your DVME is what again?
10.
A 10. So this is gonna hit. It's damage plus 2.
Watch me go into a coma again because of these injuries.
No. You take 3 damage, and let me see, for cut and shock, you have you have a light bleeding and shock. No effect. So this guy just kind of like, let's just say he like he kind of like stabs you in the shoulder blade, like your left shoulder blade, and you got a light bleeding wound. Now it's your turn now. It's your turn again, but I'm gonna roll to see if the noise has gotten the attention of somebody. It has gotten the attention of somebody. So one of the medics on duty hears the commotion. He hears you scream out in pain, but then he also hears like the scuffle going on, and he's gonna go try and tackle this would-be assassin. Now, before this happens, are you going to do any actions before this happens?
And I suppose it would be easier to tackle someone if they had just gotten hit in the face. So I'm going to make a melee attack on the guy chasing me.
Okay. Go right ahead. Is this gonna be an unarmed attack?
Unarmed, yeah. That's a 12 to hit.
That is damage halved.
And unarmed damage is 1. So is that rounded up or rounded down to 0?
I would honestly just say keep it at 1, because you can't really go any lower than that. So just say you kind of like feebly just like turn around and like just land a punch on the guy. I'm not gonna have you roll cut and shock, because just for you probably, I don't think it's really possible to inflict too much with an unarmed attack, and just as a house rule, I don't roll cut and shock for damage halved. So you just turn around and you like punch the guy like not like super hard in like the jaw, and he maybe stumbles back, and this medic and maybe a couple other people kind of come in and tackle this guy to the ground. They take off the mask of this would-be assassin. It's this Patrick guy. Like you recognize the face, near immediately.
Joseph's gonna be gasping and probably out of breath because he's not moved in 2 months, basically.
Right. So one of the medics is going to quickly jump to your aid and try to ask, first and foremost, just asking if you're all right. He sees that you got a nice stab wound to the back, and you're bleeding, so he's gonna try and start patching you up. I'll roll the result for that in a second, but like this other these other, like, there's 2 other medics that come in and have tackled the have tackled Patrick to the ground, and one of them basically says, "Patrick, what the hell? What are you doing?" And he basically just says in kind of like maybe a more unsettling voice, is like, "Just following orders." And to which one of them says, "What orders?" And he doesn't really directly answer your question, but he says, they know where you guys are, and they'll be coming they're gonna bomb this place flat. So let me pull up the so what does Mr. Breckenridge make of this?
Well, he makes of it that this very suspicious character just tried to kill him, and he staggers back to his, and well, he's like sort of holds himself up against the wall while one of the medics is trying to patch up his back, and just sort of observes the scene, waiting for people to show up so that he can so that he can vouch for what happened.
Okay, so the medic, very quickly just kind of gets like some gauze and some medical supplies, and he's able to just stop your bleeding. So you're kind of in, well, you're not really shocked, but it's just like, but you don't necessarily know just what happened. So, well, you know what happened. You got attacked, but after maybe a few minutes, the commander just kind of rushes in. He's not even in uniform. He's just in like some boxers and a wife beater, and he just kind of just runs in, and he just says, "What happened?"
Patrick put a knife to my throat while I was trying to fall asleep. Woke up and chased me out of here, and this medic here tackled him to the ground, and I point to the guy who did it.
Alright, so the commander goes over to the medic and he starts asking him questions, and the one other medic is just kind of holding Patrick at bay, though he doesn't really seem to be putting up any real fight. So the medic basically tells him that Patrick basically said that he attacked Joseph because he was following orders, and that somebody was coming, somebody or something was coming, and that they were going to attack the base. So
Reed guesses who that is, yeah.
So he, just goes and goes to have Mr. Patrick taken away to by some of the night watchmen to be interrogated on the suspicion of, well, I don't believe there's too much suspicion of espionage, I guess. So, let's see. The way I'm kind of imagining it is the barracks, like the little the makeshift barracks in the building are not super far away from the infirmary area. So I'm gonna have William and Fernando roll to see if they heard the scuffle and all the other noises.
Yo, we're rolling. What are we rolling? D20.
Yeah, just kind of just roll like a perception check.
Okay, just one moment.
That's
So
16.
Fernando go up is 17. So probably very alert.
So you both, what'd you say? You rolled a 16, Yves?
16 and a 17, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you both definitely heard it. So maybe it comes with the now that you've been in the militia for some time, maybe you haven't, maybe sudden loud noises like that, like they just kind of like, you're very easily awakened by loud sounds like that. So you hear the sounds of like the scuffle. Well, first you hear a scream from the infirmary and the ensuing scuffle, and you both wake up.
Okay.
Kind of wake
So
up and just
Fernando
kind of
jumps
look
to
around.
his feet and looks around and starts to wonder what the hell was that.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I'll just kind of jump around and sleepily just start walking in that direction. Be like, man, I told them to keep it down. Those guys.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it didn't quite sound like a friendly noise.
yeah.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
So
You might be assuming what with the new moonshine shipment, things kind of got a little
Yeah.
wild.
yeah. So we're going to
Maybe
we'll
yeah.
say
This is why we can't have nice things, guys.
No.
no. So either way, you kind of wake up groggily. You're trying to like make sense of what kind of happened, and let's say like you happen to look out, out towards the hall, and you just see the general just kind of barreling down the hall in his pajamas, which is very unusual for you to see, but
Yeah.
to see the commander in such a state, responding in the middle of the night, that's something serious has happened.
But he's still the commander, so I wouldn't really, I don't care. But yeah, unusual for sure.
All right, so yeah, you see Commander Stephen run down the hall. What do you do?
As soon as I see
like-
that there's something strange, I'll run and just grab that bayonet quick and just follow after. It's the first thing that I grab, just sort of.
All right, so you arm yourself, and I'm assuming that you follow after him,
Yeah.
and you walk you walk up to the area just as two of the night watchmen lead Patrick out, they've handcuffed him and are walking him down the hall to go interrogate him. So now now you're in the infirmary, or you see your companion, Mr. Breckenridge, has been attacked. Given by the large blood stain on his what once was a white T-shirt. And they explain to you basically what happened is Patrick attacked him. He tried to slit his throat, and now Patrick basically has said that somebody is coming, and that they're coming to kill everybody and just level the whole base.
So we heard that from somebody else secondhand, not from the guy, right?
You probably heard it from one of the medics that helped subdue the attacker.
And could I respond to that medic, or?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to ask you, why should we believe this guy? He might be just saying things,
Well, considering that you and your companion here have just well, not just 2 months ago attacked one of their encampments. We've been suspecting that they might be planning a retaliatory attack. So we're taking...
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I don't doubt that they are, but I'm just wondering, how do we know it's gonna happen any moment now?
We don't know.
We don't. Yeah. We don't.
We don't know, but we're taking this very seriously.
Certainly, I mean, I'm taking it seriously. I'm just trying to act without panicking, and this is this is this escalated really quickly. I'm in my shorts, So as the commander, it's a bit strange, but if we gotta run with shorts on, I mean, better than dying.
For sure. So he's so sorry. It was hearing my son laughing downstairs. So, anyways, it's always wholesome. But so the commander base, kind of, he kind of paces around, and he's like, maybe it would be best that you three head out as soon as you can.
Sure.
Because
Let me just grab my uniform and some of that stuff, and I'm gonna go.
take Mr. We're gonna make sure that Mr. Breckenridge is okay, to get going, but and take him with you, just to...
And what of this? Was it Patrick, the guy that attacked him?
Yes.
Is he just gonna get away with this, or?
We'll probably once we interrogate him and everything, more than likely he will become a a live target for one of our exercises.
Well, okay. I didn't
You don't
expect
mess
that
around
answer,
here.
but fine. Death to traitors, right?
Yes. So, yes, both
Well,
of all of you.
I'm a head out.
Yeah, I think we should start heading out before they send someone a little more competent than Patrick here.
So yes,
Yeah,
Poor
someone
Joseph
a little
almost
bit more
got ended there.
lethal.
so yes, you should definitely get in, get into your uniforms and grab Mr. Breckenridge's things, his uniform and his equipment, and load load them up into your van. And it would probably be best to travel, head out, under the cover of night anyway. So this is perhaps the good that you guys are alert, now. So
Yeah, this is perfect timing, I guess. Lucky.
it's not.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad Joseph didn't get stabbed to death when he was so close to death with the
Yeah.
bullet in his eye.
Yes. Very.
It's
very
a miracle. He's like
Yeah,
God's protecting him.
Very glad that he got stabbed only. He only had one stab wounds and not 23.
Well, that's
in
a first.
self defense.
Yep.
So, anyways, I'm gonna say it's not super late in the night. It's probably only like 11:30. Like, it's not even midnight. So, but it's dark out. So
Well, I'm going to grab his stuff and from his locker or whatever, wherever he keeps it. But I don't have I don't know if he has a key.
you probably have kind of like a foot locker underneath your bunk in the barracks.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'm gonna grab what I see there and just hand it to him, and or he could I don't know, look for something else, like his MP40.
Yeah, you bring him his clothes. You bring him his MP40 and his M16.
Well, long time no see, Joseph, but it's time to get on the road again.
So the after they keep you there for maybe like another half hour to make sure that you're stable. You're stable, and the commander basically gives you the all clear to move out. So I'm gonna say, since you've been out of commission for a little while, Joseph is probably gonna have, I'll say, like a -2 to his like strength skill checks, or strength and dex skill checks, for maybe like a couple of days until he gets his strength back. Is that reasonable?
Totally.
So, yeah, the commander gives you the all clear to move out, and he dismisses you, and he heads back to his. Well, he doesn't head back to his quarters to go to sleep. He's going to go to see the see the interrogation of Mr. Patrick.
Huh. That'll be fun, I bet.
Yeah,
For him, not for Patrick.
of course.
Patrick's probably doomed.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'd say he signed his own death warrant, so.
Yeah.
He should have killed me while he had the chance.
Yeah, and I think he kind of. This Patrick guy, I mean. I didn't know him, but I always thought he was pretty bad at doing even the simplest things. And not being able to kill someone that's prone. What a wimp.
That's the spirit.
All right. So your Volkswagen van is, stored, in. It's stored where all of like the militia's assets are, or their vehicle assets are, including the tank. Excuse me. So it hasn't really been touched. Like they, well, I'm sure it has been touched. I'm sure. Fernando and William and the other 3 NPCs that had followed you for the past couple adventures had probably been driving it around, but it's pretty much just your vehicle, I guess. They're usually just kind of like, all the vehicles are usually kind of a communal thing, but you've kind of like put your own little touches onto it, so that it's basically unofficially become yours.
Well, it's always been ours since we first took it out for a ride, I kind of feel like, but I mean, it's just an old van, isn't it? Nobody really owns it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's starting to sound a bit like the red guys we're fighting, but I guess it's rubbing off on my character a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just glad we're not walking.
Caring
Yeah,
is
I'm
caring,
happy
and caring is
about-
communism, boys.
It's contagious. Contagious.
As William's packing up his stuff, can he try and requisition some of that moonshine just for his personal stash?
yeah, absolutely. It's
Perfect.
There's no it's pretty much for everybody to use. Like even like the medics the medics have even been using it to as as a disinfectant because of how potent it is.
Perfect, yeah.
Oh, is that the moonshine?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that stuff's good. I've had some. Ambrosia. It certainly helps loosen up a little bit.
Yeah, it's great for a lot of things.
I'm glad we got some of that. By the way, is that guy still alive? The brewer.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah,
fine.
he was here the other day. You just missed him.
It was a great story how we met him. Got surrounded by a bunch of thugs and was basically insane like situation.
Yeah, yeah, that was a pretty intense altercation that Mister yeah, if I remember, like Fernando, just like kind of he got shot in the arm and spent the next month like recovering from his injury from that. So
Yeah, and Mikey also lost his life. Mikey got shot, I think. It's pretty sad.
oh yeah, that was a
He was a good guy.
yeah
He gave us like his. He was very like welcoming and everything.
yeah
We could make it. He would have been a fine soldier.
yes. So now you have now you have your van. You load it up. It's basically it's basically midnight now. So it's pretty dark out. It's overcast, so it's even darker than that. So like there's no moon to be seen. So it's
Are we still using only one light, or do you have like both of the lights of the car working?
um I would say
Just wondering.
I would say yeah, I would say you do only have the one headlight still.
Ah,
So,
that makes for like a little bit less visibility still, even.
yeah, it's I think it's like I think the way that I had it written down is you get a -1 to I think it's like a -1 to perception. Like -1 to perception checks during the night.
Yeah,
You know,
it's pitch black darkness. If it's overcast, then we only got one light. I don't know who's driving, but good luck to the driver. Don't kill us, please.
well, it's probably gonna be it's just the three of you, and one of you guys is not. I mean, he probably could, but he's he's
He's
still
recovering. He's
recovery.
like
he's still
a
recovering.
little bit, yeah. So it's either me or
Will.
Yeah,
Will.
I think I'm trained in it anyway, so yeah, I'm trained in it. So either way.
Yeah, I think I don't know about if you want to drive, if you feel like it, go ahead. I'm indifferent. Like indifferent.
I'm good either way.
Okay, well then let's just decide and maybe yeah. I'll drive if you want or whatever.
Yeah,
You just
we'll switch off. I'll let you go this
or
this
you know what? I'll go for a bit until I can stay awake and then you can take over when I feel sleepy.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
I would definitely say that's probably a good idea, considering I doubt either of you have gotten too much sleep.
No, huh?
Maybe like a couple hours at best.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we'll take turns, I guess. So I'll take the first shift and then
Cool.
we'll switch. So I guess I'm gonna start up the engine and just go in this direction wherever this was located.
So, yeah. So, they gave you kind of a rough, kind of like a rough idea of where this other base is. It's let's see. It's near a let's see. It's near a little settlement named Rockport, West Virginia. It's not a it's not really like a village or anything. It's just kind of a small. It's out in the country. So
Nice. I like the countryside better than the big cities.
it's out in the countryside and out in the like out in the woods too. So
Sounds like we're going on a very nice trip to a very nice place.
yes. So we'll see where what awaits you there. So yeah, you start up the engine. You know, it starts up just fine, and you're gonna head out. You know, out into the darkness. No issues with the vehicle. So
Nice.
that's good. And yeah, you don't come across any vehicles, but maybe like an hour, not like an hour, maybe like 10 minutes down the road, you come across a group of nine militia members, 9 armed militia members.
So our
Just on
guys,
foot.
right?
Yeah, they're your guys. They're
Nice.
heading back to the base on foot for some reason.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna beep and stop, just to let them know it's us, and maybe roll down the window
So he's
and just say, "Hey, you're heading back to HQ."
yeah, we're heading back. Yeah, we're heading back to base now. Our truck broke down like a few it's like a few miles down the road, and like we don't have any light to do any. We don't have any light to fix it, so we just decided to. Well, we do. Well, we do have a light, but we don't have the tools to do the repair, so we're just kind of walking back.
Well, you'll probably walk for half an hour. Do you want a lift? We could pretty much drive you back if you want.
If you can, that would be appreciated.
Sure,
where you-
10
where you-
minutes, nothing.
where
It's
you
not a
guys-
big deal.
Where are you guys headed, by the way?
I think some rural place called West Coast Virginia. Did you say?
Rockport, West Virginia.
Rockport, sorry.
Oh, they're sending you down. They're sending you down to one of our other bases. It's
Yeah, that's what we've been told, and that's what we're doing.
oh, you're the you're one of the two that you know,
Yep.
instigated the siege on the old penitentiary in Moundsville.
Yeah,
I've
it's
been
kind of nice. Yeah.
yeah, I've been yeah, I've been heard that they wanted to transfer you guys down there to keep you guys safe. They
Oh, you have.
they
So
already
you
sent
know.
down
Yeah.
Rob, Chris, and Dylan down there earlier. Don't know why they didn't send you guys with them, but
Well, I don't know, but what I do know is that it's not safe for us here anymore. So can't
it's
hurt to have a
not.
little bit more of a
Yeah, it's
distance.
really not. It's not really safe anywhere. Like even out in those woods, you never know what you're gonna find in there.
Yeah, but you know, after we stormed that prison, it feels like we've enraged the red bear. So we're just going a little bit further, I guess, to enrage some more other ones. Maybe.
Yeah,
We'll
we
see.
were. Yeah, we were out on patrol. Like ever since the siege, they've been having extra patrols to make sure that no you know no retaliatory attacks were on their way to the base.
Yeah, that's a good move. I do think that's the right thing to do, but let's if you want to if you want to hop in the vehicle, you're welcome to. So,
Yeah, so hopefully there's enough room for all of us in
yeah, there'll
here.
be enough. It's a big vehicle, I think. How many of you are there anyway? I think I didn't
9.
ask. 9. Okay, well, we're gonna be a bit packed, but
It's like
make
the time
yourself
we had
comfortable.
all five of like we had Rob, Dylan, Chris, us, and then those two guys we kidnapped.
Yeah, well, fortunately, fortunately for Mr. Joseph, he's probably laying in one of the bunks, just you know you know resting up some more. So he's maybe a little out of everybody's way. So the 9 militia members kind of pile into the pile into the old Volkswagen, and you drive them back. Drive them
Yeah,
back to the base. Do
sure.
your good deed.
Well,
And
it's a good help, and they don't need to walk for such a long time, so why not?
yeah, so yeah, so you do your good deed, bring them back, and then you head on back down the road.
Yeah.
So you don't see nobody. You you know, pass through Steubenville, and you're basically kind of just following the path that you took down to Moundsville, in a way. So let's see.
Okay.
Following following them, and go down to go down past Moundsville. Maybe you I mean, well, you can't really see the maybe you try and drive around the old penitentiary and see like how messed up it is. It's pretty it's I mean it the the main part of the building is still standing, but a lot of like the surrounding walls have been blown up or knocked down in some way. So it's in quite a state. That's to say the least.
Yeah. Lots of rubble and broken bits of cement, I guess.
Yeah. So
We did that. High five.
Yeah.
okay. So drive, past drive down through Moundsville. You drive past. Drive down through. You drive past like a power plant in. What's the settlement here? Let's see. Still no problems with the vehicle.
Nice. I'm very
No
pleased.
encounters or anything.
We don't have a radio in the car, or do we?
You have the FM like AM radio, for and you can listen to like cassette tapes, and you also have, I think,
There's like an old burned cassette tape of all the old 80s. Or I guess modern 80s.
I don't know. I mean,
yeah. Well,
just curious.
you've got that, and I believe you also have a like a CB radio in there that you could use to contact other places if you would. But yeah, you have the car stereo and some cassette tapes of
Yeah, I was wondering if we had like some kind of an emergency station that was set up to alert citizens of like changes or no-go zones or something like that, or like if we could turn that on, or maybe it's all just like like white noise because all the stuff is like I don't know. Just wondering what would we hear? I'm very curious. Like if I turn that on now, what would I like hear?
you'd probably hear some white noise.
Yeah.
It's kind of like one of those weird like creepy number stations
Uh-huh.
where it's like it's this white noise, and then every so often you'll hear like an encrypted message.
Like Morse code.
We hear like an old like Russian broadcasting center.
Yes. Was it
Friendly comrades
UVB
at the Russian.
76?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's some creepy stuff. So, let's see.
Well, that's good. We can kind of have we can maybe fiddle with it and pick up on some kind of wavelength that's like, you know, I don't know, somebody like radioing some kind of a message or something. If we need to, if we somehow, God forbid we crash and something shitty happens. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, I'm glad that it's peaceful on the road still
Yeah.
for this time being.
So, you come off like you've been kind of following the Ohio River for this whole time. Now, as you get get down to a settlement called Proctor, West Virginia, you turn off and you start heading into. You kind of start heading into like the woods.
Hmm.
So
The
now-
woods, huh?
So now it's kind of, darkish. Well, it's already dark because it's nighttime, so disregard that. But
Well, it's
It's-
even darker in the woods, I
it's
think.
even darker in the woods, so it's just a lot of winding roads and
Hmm. Have you ever read like Bram Stoker's like Dracula? It's
so
the kind of vibe I'm getting from this stuff.
yeah. So now, as you're driving down the road, the like the lights and the lights inside the vehicle, they kind of start to flicker a little bit, just like not a whole lot, but like you definitely kind of notice that it the lights start to dim a little bit.
Okay. That's strange.
And
Hmm.
as you drive down the road, it kind of starts to get a little worse, like to like a point where like sometimes you like the lights in the vehicle will kind of like shut up, like kind of almost shut off completely. Like the car is still running, but like you don't have any lights or
So my front light's working. I can see in front of me, but I can't see anything inside of the actual car, right?
Oh, no, your headlight is flickering too.
Oh shit. That's not good. That is not good.
No.
We have a flashlight or something?
Probably somewhere in the vehicle.
I'm just thinking, like, I don't know if he's sleeping, Joseph, or not.
They're
Joseph, are you sleeping?
more than likely, but
All right, he's just resting. But what about Will? Will, are you still awake? Is this just me, like, hallucinating? Do you see it too?
Will
Do you
is
see it
like,
like
yeah, I'm awake,
flickering?
but you can tell that he probably just waking up.
Oh.
Yeah. That's not good.
Okay, well, the only way I think we can go forward, if any, is with like maybe taping or tying the flashlights on the front of the car and using that as long as we got a battery for it if we want to get there as soon as possible. However, the other thing I'm thinking is maybe we should just stop here, park the car, and camp in the woods for a bit, and tomorrow we can continue when there's more sunlight. We've been driving for what, 2 hours?
it's been like an hour and a half.
Oh, an hour and a half. Okay. Well, we only just started driving. Fuck. Okay. Well, it's very strange. What should we do? What do you think? By the way, I am probably
Hmm.
still driving, but if like it's flickering, I might just slow down. Like I'm gonna slow down quite a lot and just talk about this with Will. So I'm just gonna ask him, what do you think, Will? Maybe stop here for the night, or keep going with
Yeah.
flickering lights?
I think it's best that we just stop and don't get ourselves into a worse situation here.
Yeah, I think so. Even the flashlight isn't good enough because it's not so strong. Yeah. Okay, let's park the car and just go to bed.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you to make I'm gonna need so the both of you are awake, correct?
Yeah,
Well,
so far,
obviously.
yeah.
Yep.
So far.
So make a perception check. That's gonna be with a. I believe I have it. It's like a -4 or a 5 since you are. Or actually, what is the? I can't remember off the top of my head. What's the roll for like rolling for perception in like pitch blackness?
Oh, I mean, I gotta go and fetch my book and to tell you that. Alright, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I don't have it off the top of my head.
Let me see here.
I imagine it's not good, but
Let's see. Normalizing pitch blackness is a +5 mod to the DV, so something like that.
okay.
So yeah, roll perception. See if you see anything.
I actually have +1 to my perception because of a talent, but I get 13 altogether.
13 altogether, like even with
13 all in, yeah, with the focus talent of +1.
Cool, got it. So, what was it? The mod?
The way I had it is like it's a.
Yeah, are we increasing the DV, or are we just going with the reduction on the roll?
Oh, I don't think I can hear you.
Okay, I don't know what happened here. So
Now I can.
okay, so we're just gonna go with the rule in the book, just a mod to the DD. So
Okay.
Will got a 13, correct?
13, yeah.
So, what do I'm just gonna roll and then you guys tell me what I get.
Yeah, just a perception roll.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
perception, yeah.
So I got 10. I don't know mods or what, but it's probably very low.
Will, I'm gonna say you get a semi-success. You think,
Okay.
like looking out into the darkness, you think you see a pair of red eyes, just like out in the distance.
Hey, Fernando, I may have had a little bit too much of that moonshine, but do you see something out there?
I'm gonna squint and I'm gonna be like, I don't see a damn thing, man. Maybe, but so
You
dark.
sure? It looks like some like red eyes or something just staring at us.
Well, maybe you could. Where can you point? Like, I'm
Can I
gonna
take
turn the
that
flashlight
flashlight
on
out?
actually at this
Yeah.
point. I'm gonna like give you
Smart.
the flashlight.
You're gonna turn on the flashlight.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give it to him and I'm gonna tell him to show me.
Yeah, I'll point it in the direction that I saw.
And then I can look again. Maybe I can see it this time. Should I roll again or?
Yeah, roll again.
Okay. I'm gonna look really
Yeah,
closely
just
now.
remove. Yeah, so just no DD. So you got a lower.
And if I
DD.
do worse, that's gonna suck.
You two worse.
Oh no, I did 20. Hey, I did
Oh,
20.
yeah, I don't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
need to roll for that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, you
Keep
got
that one, please.
So what? I'm sorry. What did you roll again?
I rolled natural 20.
Oh yeah, you definitely see it. You definitely see a pair of. Actually, that would actually be a crit success. You not only see the eyes, but you see you see this very like strange creature. It's like it's not like totally black. It's like almost like a gray. It's kind of like fuzzy. It doesn't seem to have like a noticeable head, but it has very large wings. It's perched in a tree and it's kind of looking in your direction. And it's staring at you with these big red eyes.
Right. So, what is that? Well, I rolled. How much did I roll? I rolled,
I think you rolled
17, but I don't
17, but
know
it's
what that
it's
is because I don't think I'm
-5.
trained. -5, so
-5
12.
without training. Yeah.
So it's 12?
Yeah.
Well,
So I'm gonna say maybe you heard from your time in working at a textile mill, Will. One of your co-workers talking about like a local urban legend. It's kind of like a famous urban legend in West Virginia of a creature called Mothman.
Mothman. Okay.
Spider-Man's lost relative.
He says, you know what, Mothman. It comes from a town that's actually a little further west. So it's kind of outside of its kind of a normal, I guess, habitat, you would call it. But you remember him saying that the appearance of Mothman can be kind of an omen of something bad is going to happen, because he said that in according to like the tale that he told, that this creature had appeared clinging to like a suspension bridge, and then like a couple of days later it collapsed. So it's kind of like an omen of like bad tidings, I guess. Excuse me.
I'll just have the flashlight on it, and I'll just be like, Joseph, you awake, bud?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, kind of creepy, but just whatever, you know. We're just hallucinating. Just too much moonshine. I don't believe this exists.
So is Joseph awake now?
I suppose all the commotion might have woken him up.
So you're going to kind of like look out from your bunk, and you're looking out, the like the windshield, and you see that that creature in the tree staring you guys down.
Joseph, can I roll to see if I've heard of what this is? I know it's Mothman.
Roll World Lore 2.
All right.
High roll, please, man.
That's like, oh shoot, that's like a 4.
You have no idea. You're from I think when I understand, you're from like the western side of Ohio, I think.
Yep.
So you've probably never heard of the urban legend of Mothman, so you have no idea what you're looking at.
Yeah, but Will has an idea, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Will, what the fuck is that thing?
I'll just give him a brief explanation of what I think it is, and I'll just keep my eyes. Is this Mothman doing anything, or is it just perching, staring at us?
It's just kind of staring at you. It's not really moving.
Okay, I'll just slowly lower the light away from it, just down to the ground, just so I'm not blinding it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really move for like another couple minutes.
Moth on steroids.
And now your headlights start working again.
Okay.
I think we should maybe, I don't know. Do you want to get out of here? How do you feel?
Hell yeah.
Well, we're
I'm kind
going.
of creeped out sitting here.
Well, idea
That thing
was
was looking right at it, like, and it even flew right over us. Like,
yeah, but if it's like over and behind us, shouldn't we just press on? Or now that the light's working again?
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah, let's get moving.
I mean, you said something about a bad omen.
Yeah, those, I don't think they're good omens usually. And I'll explain the story of bridges falling down.
I'm not a superstitious guy, but seeing something freaky like this, starting to question my belief system a little bit. I think I'm just
Yeah,
gonna...
I don't know how to integrate that into my whole worldview right now. It's a little
All right,
late
whatever.
for that.
It's irrelevant. I'm gonna press the pedal down again, and slowly, we're just gonna drive slowly. Okay, not very quick. And if our lights, turn off again, we'll stop. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay, let's get going. So, just start again and get moving again, and just forward, following the road. I'm a little bit concerned, but let's go.
Let's see.
It's like a foreboding thing,
I
warning
guess,
me, but
I guess maybe it's a bit too late for this, but I'm gonna actually have you guys roll morale to
sure.
like see.
Well, I'm probably lost my mind now. Morale is again D20.
Yes,
I got a
Okay.
10.
you got a 10.
I got a 12.
And 17.
12,
Yeah,
17.
12.
Shit, I gotta find the table. That's in combat. I should have, because I have the like the Mythmaster screen, which is basically just all the combat tables.
Yeah, there's a lot of rules.
Greater than 9, you have no
I can-
consequences. So if it was less than that, then we'd start.
Yeah, that's true. But
Yeah.
what if the creature's like mod is
Fair.
very high, fright mod like and shit? Then we might be,
what did
very afraid.
what did everybody roll again?
10, 12, 10, 12
12
and a
for me.
17.
10,
Yeah.
12, and a 17.
Yeah, that's right.
So what did Joseph roll the 10?
The 10, I believe. Yes.
Yep.
He is afraid
Yeah, you're right.
for D6 minutes.
Yeah, poor guy just woke up and that's what he saw. I mean,
Nah,
And
it's not easy. It's not easy.
12 would be minus. It has a fright mod of -6.
So 12 is 8 minus 6.
So you would be nervous for
Yeah,
D6
nervous,
minutes, and what you got? What was the last one?
17, so I actually was okay with it.
Yeah,
but...
you're fine. Probably because you knew what you kind of knew what it was.
The moonshine took the edge off the scare factor.
Your Cometian courage, as they call it in the standard.
Coming in strong, yeah.
Alright, so after your encounter with this Mothman creature as described, you just press on, kind of shaken up. It's just like, what the hell was that thing? Like, even though it was, explained to you what it was. It's just like, you're kind of like...
Yeah, I imagine we're all just driving, just no one's saying anything. We're just kind of staring at the road and...
Yeah, I kind of want to reach for the, moonshine.
Yeah.
Not like...
yeah, just drink the really potent alcohol as you're driving.
Well, I'm not an advocate for drinking and driving, but maybe just a sip, Just a lick.
It's not illegal if there's no police.
Exactly.
Well,
besides,
even in the 80s, I don't know if it was
nervous.
even...
So yeah.
I'm nervous. I need a drink.
If you want to do it, go ahead and let's see what happens.
Yeah, Will's got the bottle right there, right up front, right.
Okay, I'm gonna take a chug.
You're gonna chug it and roll.
Good stuff. This moonshine, I'm telling you.
Would it be fortitude or would it be let's roll fortitude.
I mean, I just want to fix my morale with drinking. Doesn't work.
I want to see if you get drunk.
Okay, so fortitude, which is what? What do I need to roll again? I'm testing against the drink, right?
Yeah, it's a D20 plus will, I think.
Oh,
will modifier.
I think.
It's will. Will.
Scheiße. Look at this result. The 5.
It's a 5.
Yeah, and the will is probably just 1, so it's 6 in the end.
Yeah, you take a swig of this like real hard stuff, and a couple minutes down the road, like the world kind of starts spinning. And
well, that's great. At least I'm not afraid anymore.
Make a driving check, but with... Make a driving check, let's say with a minus...
Oh man, I already regret this. Am I still... Can we swap drivers places? After this check, I want to swap my driving place with somebody, because I don't want to kill you.
Yeah, so
if we survive this roll, and then we'll swatch.
Yeah, well, I don't want to gamble with our lives. Although I did drink. Driving.
Yeah, roll your driving with an extra minus 2.
Alright, my driving's fine. I got 9. Because with a minus 2, it's 8, but I've got a plus 1 because I'm trained in it, so just 9.
So your final result is 9, okay.
Yeah, 9. I hope I don't crash in a tree like every other drunk idiot that drives and drinks.
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh.
You can definitely tell it you're kind of swerving a little bit.
Alright, who wants to take over this vehicle?
Hey man, let you take a bit of a nap for a bit.
I think I need to get a break from driving.
Yeah.
At least I'm a little bit more fearless, but I'm kind of tipsy-ish. Right. I'm gonna step off the car, get off the car, and swap places with him. Yep. From the other door. I'm gonna open the other door and just go in the passenger seat, and he'll take the driver's seat.
Okay, so now William's driving.
Yep.
So, let's see. No encounters, so... Okay, so... As you're driving along, it's just, a long, winding road in the woods. Doesn't see, seems to really have no end. Every so often, you'll get like a break in the woods where, you'll see like some farmhouses and other places. Honestly, like, it looks, compared to like the big cities and whatnot, it almost looks normal because they're kind of out of the way of the chaos that is. I mean, obviously, they definitely probably know about the whole invasion, but it's just been almost like life just goes on out here. Now, as you pass by a cemetery, Higgins Cemetery, there is a very large tree, like, blocking the path that is fallen across the road.
So what do we do, Will? Now?
I don't really know. I'm guessing it's like right blocking the whole road. There's no way around it at all.
Yeah, there really isn't a way around it.
Well, is there a way we can use our, arms to lift it? Maybe
It's
we
big enough between the two or three of us that we could just move it
push
out
it,
of the
yeah.
road with some time.
Well, we do have 9 other people in this car.
Oh,
right?
no, it's you drop them off, so it's just the
we
three.
drop them off.
Oh
there.
yeah.
What you could do is you could definitely kind of I would say it's definitely big enough, small enough that you probably could, with enough manpower from the both of you, that you could probably shift it.
Yeah.
So I would probably just do like a combined strength check.
Sure, but can we look at it first? Is it naturally fallen, or did somebody put it there? That's what I'm wondering, you guys.
Smart.
Because you know what? What if it's actually there for a reason? And the reason is not to go beyond that point.
Yeah, you can kind of like roll
We're like just past the cemetery, and I've read like horror books, and this is basically a trope.
This is a perfect
Like,
roadblock, yeah.
Yeah. So we just want to make sure it's not some kind of a unnatural, like it's natural, not unnatural.
You want to make sure it's not like a trap or something.
Yeah, I don't want to see like another Mothman and then lose my shit.
Yeah. You could probably roll perception. Like, you probably can't really tell from the from the cab of the vehicle.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hop off with the torch in hand, and
now, mind you, you're still kind of tipsy, so
I'm tipsy, yeah, but that's why I want you. Will, that's why I need your eyes, man. You're gonna be my eyes. We're gonna be each other's eyes.
Gotcha.
Well, my eyes are a bit, not good enough, but your ones are good.
It's gonna be like that one Greek myth with the old hags passing around at one eye and
Yeah,
one tooth.
their eye, right? The Moirai or whatever. Yeah, I think they're called Moirai or whatever, Fates or something. So yeah. I'm gonna do a check, but I don't think I'm gonna get very high because I'm drunk, right?
Yeah, just add like an extra -2 to that.
Okay, no problem. Hey, 11 isn't bad, although I'm drunk.
You did better than I did.
Oh shit, okay.
11.
And is Joseph looking, or is he just resting, or?
I think yeah, all of you are awake at this point. I don't think you said that Joseph went back to bed.
No, not that he's going to bed, but is he like outside as well with us, looking, or
I
is he
suppose,
inside?
yeah.
Oh yeah, because then he might also get a better result. That's why I'm asking.
Oh yeah, let me roll it then.
Because we can use his in case it's good.
That's 14.
Awesome.
That's yeah.
You can you can definitely tell that this tree definitely just fell on its own. Like no. It's like just for whatever reason, just like the roots gave way and it just fell across the road.
Well, let's haul it, or we might be strong enough, right? We give it a push. Alternatively, we can pull it with a car if you don't want to even push it. You don't want to touch it.
Well, we couldn't pull it, but we could push it with the car.
Yeah, we could push it with a car or pull it, whatever we decide. I don't mind. As long as we move it. So yeah, let's just do with the hands first, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. So you're gonna you guys are gonna just try and push the
Yeah, we're just gonna brute strength it, just
Yeah. 6 arms pushing against it, yeah.
Yeah, all of you roll strength.
I got a -2 because I'm recovering.
For Joseph's trying.
We'll make it. Oh my god, look at that, strong.
Yeah, that's like a
We're
4.
strong. Look at this.
I got the moonshine strength.
What all did you guys roll? Let's see.
I got a 4, so I think I pretty much got it handled,
Well, we rolled
19,
quite high.
19 plus 1.
Yeah. Nice. And I got 18, and I also got +1, I think, at least. So 19.
Yeah, so it's a 20 and a 19 with mods all in.
Yeah,
yes.
Just the yeah, the three of you are definitely able to start shifting this tree like off of the road, just like just like push it off to the side enough that you can continue forward.
Awesome. Good job.
Okay.
Let's keep going. If you want.
The road's clear, so...
The road's clear. If anybody wants to take a piss in nature, you're welcome. And then we can, get back on the road.
What's everybody's, actions?
Well, I'm back in the car.
So you're back.
Yeah, I guess we'll start driving down the road again and just kind of skirt past the tree and keep going. I imagine
Yeah.
Joseph's gonna still rest up and.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a tree, just a tree.
Right, so you guys, head back into the car. You start driving, back along the road. So you don't really see anything else like along the road, but you do see like a couple deer like slowly like crossing the road. Maybe like kind of round a corner and just like you just see like one or two deer just scurrying across the road.
Wow. It's cool. We're in the wild kind of part of country, I guess. It's nice.
Just right. So yeah, it's a pretty uneventful. Other than after that, it's just a pretty uneventful trip. And now you think that you get to the the location that they described to you. It's actually a much smaller base than the one up in Weirton. There's only like a handful. It's only like a couple of buildings. It almost looks like it was probably like a site where they were probably were gonna like start drilling for oil, and they were gonna build like a refinery in the area. And after the invasion, the work on the site just kind of got shut down, and the arm just kind of commandeered the site as an encampment. It doesn't seem particularly active, and it's probably I'd say it's like 3 o'clock in the morning at this point. So you guys have arrived at your new home, as it would be.
Sweet home.
Let's say just a very small like camp, just like surrounded by woods, really. So it's pretty quiet, almost unnervingly quiet compared to what you've been used to for the past few months.
But I think I can use that. I can use some of that calm nature with hopefully no moths.
Yeah, so you don't no encounters to be had of the Mothman.
Well, I think I don't know what I think, but I know that he made me nervous. That's one thing.
I mean, I think you've been driving long enough that the nervousness has gone away, and also you had a swig of the liquid courage, so
Yeah,
I think you're in pretty good shape. So
I'm in good shape. Yeah. So let's park and knock on the door and see what happens. If there is a door, if there is even like the way I imagined it is like a small homely looking thing, but you said it was an oil rig that it was in construction.
it's kind of like a. I mean, there's probably like some. There's definitely some. You know, buildings that were. Built as more like some warehouses. And
Okay.
there's also off to the side like a site where they were building like some oil rigs to like build like an oil pipeline or something.
So
It's
there's
just kind
like
of sitting there rusting
there's like a
away.
warehouse looking building.
Yes.
Yeah, and we need to go there, right?
Well, you're already there, so
Oh, we're already there. But I mean, we need to walk there, make ourselves like at home there.
yeah. So you you pull up to one of these little like you pull up to this warehouse looking thing. It kind of just looks like a sheet metal building is kind of very quickly put together. So you walk up to a door that you find and you knock and you are met with a man that bears you're met with a man about the same age as you, and he's dressed up in a very similar fashion to you, and he bears the insignia of arm.
Nice.
It's like good evening. Can I help you? Are you the three men that were sent down from the Weirton base?
Yep.
Yes. We've been expecting you. We weren't expecting you this early, but I'm sure there was a reason for that. So come on inside.
We were lucky to have a very, very clean ride, very free of any kind of accidents. Except for a few like creepy, things, but all in all was pretty calm.
Well, yeah, sometimes driving in the woods at night, you kind of start to see things a little bit. I certainly understand that. It can be a little unsettling driving in these woods at night. So I'm glad that you three made it here safely. Your friend here that Mr. Breckenridge, I heard Steven say.
Yep.
Yeah, that's his name.
Is he all right? It looks like he got something happened to his shoulder, like his shoulder blade right there.
Well, he knows what he feels best. I don't know exactly what happened to him.
Well, I got stabbed.
Yeah.
Not much to say about it, other than, I suppose, one trader is now being interrogated up at Weirton.
A traitor, so that might explain why you've come so early.
Yeah, he quite literally stabbed us in the back.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So that's troubling. So what's maybe more troubling is perhaps our efforts to keep you guys safe might be compromised.
But I thought we were safer here than we were back there.
Well, as far as we know, the Soviets probably don't even know we've moved.
Yeah, and as far as I can imagine, this place.
They may not know that you've moved, but if they had a spy roaming around, there is definitely a chance they may have known that you have been moved here, and they might be on their way. But
yeah.
But we couldn't have known that.
you couldn't have known that. But perhaps being out here will buy us some time, because it can be a little just driving on the roads up here can be a little bit of a hassle.
Yeah.
Trekking these woods and these mountains on foot is a different story. So perhaps if they do come our way, perhaps we can use the woods to our advantage.
Sure, but I'm actually a little bit afraid of these woods.
Oh, well, as I said, if you're not used to these woods here, you might think the best tip that I can give you is if you think you heard something, you didn't hear something.
Oh, what a fantastic! I'll keep that in mind next time I hear something.
Because
It's just human nature. Like I can't. But yeah.
it's certainly goes against. Many of us are ex-military. We're basically trained to help anybody out, like regardless of the cost. But sometimes, as I said, sometimes the woods, they play tricks on the mind. So you kind of have to
Yeah, you're
maybe
right.
use your better judgment. And if you absolutely have to, if you're out at night and you hear someone crying for help in that general area, there might be someone out there, but you never know. Maybe you'll have to trek out in that area in the daytime and see if there's actually something out there.
Just for the record, if I hear anybody screaming for help in the woods at night, I'll probably freak out and not go in that direction. Ever. Ever.
Well,
And under no circumstances, especially not if it's some kind of a wail of pain, no way. That is absolutely not safe to do.
well, I'm not gonna argue with that, but regardless, let's get you 3 gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't wanna. I'm just saying. But yeah, let's get settled in.
Let's get you 3 settled and get you a bunk here. Get you all
That
bunks.
would be awesome. Thanks for your hospitality.
Well, it's no problem. We're all part of the same family. we're all fighting for the same cause. Like honestly, I feel like
Yeah.
even we're doing a better service to our country than in some cases the army and the government, because they're just, we know they're out there. We've seen them roaming around these woods, but I don't think they're fighting back with the same ferocity as some of our men are. They're just here to, they just seem to be there to keep order.
Yeah.
Whereas we're trying to drive these damn Ruskies back to where they came from. Now, just as I said, we'll get you to your bunks, and we'll do some proper introductions to the base and how things run out here in the morning. I see the three of you are pretty tired. You don't look like you've slept a wink.
Yep. You're right.
So he lets you in, and as we said, it's a very, like, it's very different, you know, a very different setup than how it is, you know, in your previous base. It doesn't have like the same amount of accommodations, like maybe they don't have as much you know, resources for like medical treatment as they did up in Weirton, but yeah, they can you know, definitely patch somebody up if they got dinged, but maybe like more complex surgical procedures, like you know, the removal of an eye like that is maybe a little outside of their capabilities.
That's why we should keep ourselves safer, because we might get into some situation where injuries might not be something we want to have.
You know, that's absolutely, like, we gotta, you know, keep as many of our men as safe as we can. Like, as you can tell, like, we're a much smaller operation here than up in Weirton, but we're not the I don't want to say we're not the smallest. Like, we have some you know, more smaller up and coming, you know, encampments, you know, other places, but we only really popped up maybe like in the past couple months. Like, we just kind of started laying the foundations here maybe like a few weeks before you guys, you know, raided that prison. So
well, then it's new, and it's I like new places, so I like it here, but so far, well,
it's definitely, it's a nice quiet
it's a
place.
bit creepy. It's a bit creepy place, but I guess it's good. So what's your name?
My name's Dan. Daniel.
Dan, it's a pleasure to meet you. Well, I'm Fernando, and there's Will and Joseph, and yeah, I'm sure we'll get to know the rest of the crew here.
Yeah, well, you'll 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 meet up with the commander in the morning. I'm just part of the night watch. So
Yeah,
we'll definitely we'll cross paths again. Here because
yeah, I hope so. I
well,
hope so.
it's a small base, so we definitely will. But
Oh yeah,
until I get moved off of the night watch, I'll be you'll probably catch me sleeping most of the time.
yeah. I mean during the day, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's just your job. Yeah, it's good.
So, as I see, you've all brought your gear, your
Oh yeah, yeah.
your
We made
arms.
sure to bring like all the essential things we thought we were gonna need, but we didn't really bring any food or any kind of drink except for this alcohol that a guy made. And
The we
yeah,
got some of the old
not much else
moonshine.
apart from drink and guns.
Can't get
That's
any more
all we
American
got.
than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like yeah, we've heard that the guys up at Weirton definitely get a get a nice shipment of moonshine every so often. We get
Yeah,
shipments of that.
well,
We get
you can have a sample of it if you like.
oh I've had
I've had it.
plenty
Okay.
of different types of moonshine. So I'll pass on that one.
Okay.
We
Well, I guess you don't want to drink on the job, right? That would be unwise.
well well
I meant
uh,
some other time when you're off
yeah
your duties.
for sure. It's just yeah. Sometimes like these moonshiners, they're products of a dubious quality, to say the least. Some of the stuff that we get up here, you know, they're made up in some still, say made up in some still somewhere in these hills, and
Well,
I don't know what kind of chemicals they put in there, but it's not drinkable to say the least. I mean, it is,
hmm,
but you'll probably die. But
well, yeah, that's a bit too hardcore for me. I don't want to drink and die.
but
So I'll stay away from whatever you guys are making,
well,
or
we're
whatever
not
those
making
guys
it.
are
We just
making.
got some
Like
of
if those
these.
guys are making some, deadly drink, no thanks.
Well,
I mean, I'm not there yet.
you know,
Not on that level yet. I'm just casual drink, now and then, but not not to that point. No.
no. So, anyways, yeah, Daniel just kind of shows you to the bunks, like the barracks in the room. He gets you some bunks, some empty bunks that they have like a little it's kind of like a chalkboard, and some of them you see they have like names scribbled on them, and he finds 3 of them that are empty. So just now you have now you have a bed to sleep in again. So Daniel basically just he just says, well, here are your here are your bunks. If there's anything else that I can get you, just let me know. Other than that, I gotta get back onto the
Yeah, you're right.
watch.
Well, we'll see you some other night, and I'm gonna speak to. Well, we're all gonna speak to people tomorrow morning, so I'm just gonna go to bed now and just gonna leave my stuff here and just go to bed.
All right.
So good night.
Yeah, I imagine we'll just take our time getting all the stuff out of the vehicle and parking the vehicle.
Yeah.
Getting a good night's sleep after
Well,
that.
pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
So you guys, you unload the vehicle. Get yourself settled, and I assume finally get some good night's sleep, and everything is just fine. You don't thus far you don't really have a care in the world. It's just nice night in the dark woods, and everything is quiet except for some men that are stomping outside of the woods. Obviously you can't see them because you're inside the base, but there's some people stomping around in the woods around the base, observing the area, and we're going to end it here. So just a nice little all role play session. Not too much action, so hope I didn't disappoint any of you guys by
No, that was good.
It's
That's really good.
Red eyes and shit.
that Mothman.
Yeah, the good old Mothman. So let me stop the